Welcome to the Nurrscurr Rockstar Energy Cup Series Season 7, Race 10 of 10. You may be thinking 10 of 30. Lies. 10 of 22. There's going to be an announcement on that on the shortening of the season for time reasons and whatnot later. But race 10 of 22. Short seasons. We're gonna be sticking with the short seasons for the rest of Nurrscurr, pretty much. So yeah, heading into Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya GP. So Catalunya we call it. And as we actually midway through the race or so, we'll go over points, but get this going, get the playback set up. There it is. Meanwhile, is there a fucking Stuka driving by my house? Jesus Christ. Is there? Alright. I'm halfway done through the loading process, of course. So we're about halfway through the season now. Next time we go live on the Nurrscurr Network, it will be for the Nurrscurr All-Star Race from Texas Motor Speedway. We will most likely be driving Indy cars, and look at that, on pole position. Let's go through the starting lineup here. On pole, we have Sam Seal, then Bruce Springsteen, Barack Obama in third, and Ian Harrison on the same row as him. Row 3 gives you Kermit the Frog and Ellen. Row 4 is Mark Wahlberg and LeBron James. Row 5 is Jerry Seinfeld and David Beckham. Row 6 is Lance Armstrong and Milo. Row 7 is Peter Sellers and Judge Judy. Row 8 will give you... Jesus Christ. Row 8 is actually... Matt Damon and... what's it called? Matt Damon and Tyler Perry. Row 9 is George Costanza, last week's winner and new points leader Michael Jordan. Row 10 is Johnny Depp and Stevie Wonder, running out your field here. Row 11 is Otis and Adam Sandler. Row 12 is Liam McNamara and Mick Jagger. Row 13 is Jesus Christ himself off a strong second place finish last week at Estoril. And Brad Pitt. Row was 14, doesn't matter. 27th is Jimmy Fallon. 28th, John F. Kennedy, who's assumed the incredible battle for last place in points. Meryl Streep in 29th, and rounding out the field, as he seems to do quite often, is Will Smith. Final corner here, 22 laps at Catalunya. And the green flag is out, and we're racing. Will any of the back two drivers make a move? Both of them will. 4 wide into the first corner. Peter Sellers murders a sign. Did you see Peter Sellers actually demolish that sign? And through turn 3 here comes Ian Harrison. 3 wide out of turn 2. Something's got to give. Into turn 3, Springsteen with a phenomenal crossover move. Still battling for the lead. They're also battling for second. LeBron James has moved into 5th position. Still side by side for 3rd. Here comes Sammy the Seal looking to take 2nd back now. And they're going to keep fighting. Still side by side. Someone's gonna get it. We'll never know. And finally, it looks like Sammy the Seal is gonna take second place as the field begins to thin out, as we've actually got a battle here for, I believe this is 9th position here. Jerry Seinfeld and David Beckham. Slide from Beckham through the chicane, and Seinfeld's giving in. And now Beckham charges in, looks for 8th, but not enough, as we complete the first lap here at Catalunya. Down into turn 1 now. Ian Harrison, your leader. I was talking to Ian Harrison. I was talking to him just yesterday before the race, and he told me, you know, it's right now the way it looks, WABC Magnum Enterprise isn't working out for me. I feel like I might need to find a new option before the end of the season here, if things don't pick up. Well, here they are picking up, and he is leading the Tops 500 from Catalunya. Sam the Seal in 2nd, Bruce Springsteen in 3rd. 4th place is Ellen, 5th place Barack Obama, 6th place LeBron James, 7th place Kermit the Frog, 8th place Milo, 9th place David Beckham, and 10th place Jerry Seinfeld. Let's go through the points the points standing position for each respective driver here. Let's go down the order here. Ian Harrison currently sits very far down, I think is the best way to describe Harrison's position. He is 27th in points out of 31 scored. Well, not even 300 points, in fact, just 299. 299 points only for the 6th season veteran. Long tenure. His time may be coming up here. 2nd place, Sam the Seal. He still stands strong at 3rd, despite not making the race at Portugal. He still stands strong in 7th place, only 170 points behind points leader Michael Jordan, and only 100 points behind 2nd place Steve Harvey. So he's got still definitely one of the championship contenders, and this will definitely help his standing, especially because Steve Harvey is nowhere to be found in this race. He's not here today. Bruce Springsteen has less luck. He currently sits 29th in points of 32 scored. He only has 239 points. He is almost 700 behind points leader Michael Jordan. 4th position is Ellen, who is even worse off right now. Many times before has been documented her fall from grace almost this season. She started out joining Bo Gibbs Racing as she goes for the lead here. Started out looking like the next hot thing, joining Bo Gibbs Racing for the season, as now she's gonna fall, starting to fall after a bad corner. Now she has barely been able to get a top 10. Her first top 10 was last week at Estoril. Looks like it may change this time around. We've got a great battle for the 4th position here between Barack Obama and Ellen. Down in the turn one, looks like the 66 has it. Great move, great racing there. And we'll get on to the 66 now. Barack Obama fell down to 20th in points, out of the non-existent playoffs. That's another thing. Playoffs are not going to happen this year. And he currently has 468 points, 467 behind Jordan. So not a bad season for the rookie for Michael Jackson Motorsports. He's moved down to 6th position now. He's already gone over 5th. LeBron James, he currently sits 21st in points, right behind Barack Obama, 20 points behind Barack Obama, in fact. And he's actually got a win in a 2nd place this season. He won at the Nürburgring like he did last year, and he became 2nd at Watkins Glen. So overall, pretty decent finishes this season. But overall inconsistency has led him outside the top 20 in points. 7th place, Kermit the Frog. He is not even scoring the points of the skip. Milo is 8th in the track right now. However, 28th in points. This is like very similar to Ellen's scenario. He was hyped as one of the next big things. He was hyped as one of the best drivers in the sport. You know, he had an incredible breakout season with Tier 1 Motorsports last year. He got onto defending championship team Jake the Goldfish Motorsports after they acquired the 55 car and thus the first overall pick in the draft. Milo went first, thus his team, but an injury at the Daytona test crash set him back all the way until Sonoma, and lack of qualification and lack of genuine talent behind the wheel has left him mostly with an unsalvageable season here at Jake the Goldfish Motorsports. He told me as well, like Ian Harrison, that he instead of actually hoping for the season to turn around with one, he actually told me he actually requested me to create a trade request and send it to Jake the Goldfish Motorsports. So Milo will be moving to another car this season by the end of it. Breaking news. Ian Harrison Incorporated and Jake the Goldfish Motorsports have struck a deal mid-fucking race. The trade has been accepted. Milo will be going to Ian Harrison Incorporated, and Adam Sandler will be going to Jake the Goldfish Motorsports, and Jake the Goldfish Motorsports will also be picking up Ian Harrison Incorporated's first round pick for the next draft. That is incredible. It is mid-race. What? That is unbelievable. As we've got a driver down pit road, or the head come down pit road to Brad Pitt, who has ruined his race, frankly. But I can't believe it. Mid-race. A trade deal is accepted while his new team owner is no longer leading the race. We've been so caught up with all the other drivers that we haven't even noticed Sammy the Seal has taken the lead, and he is out front of this race. He is in command. We'll take a look at when that might have happened. About lap 5 possibly. Yeah. Looks like about, lap 5. Sammy the Seal took the lead from Ian Harrison. Bruce Springsteen holds on to 3rd. Barack Obama stays 4th. 5th stays the 2 of Ellen DeGeneres. So let's move back to this whole points thing that we're doing. David Beckham, not your Rookie of the Year leader. He has fallen back to 13th in points with 553 points later. However, interestingly enough, he's fallen hard. He was Rookie of the Year leader for most of the first third of this season, and now he is currently sitting 13th behind, I believe, behind 3 rookies. He's 4th now in Rookie of the Year standings behind Lance Armstrong, Matt Damon, and Liam Mack. He's actually 5th. Peter Sellers. I forgot about Peter Sellers. He's moved up to 4th in 3rd in standings. Jerry Seinfeld, fresh off of a 3rd place run at Estoril. He currently sits 10th in points after coming into Estoril 16th. He sits 10th, 605 points. 10 points between Elton John below him, and 20 between Judge Judy above him. John Cena's next. He's not scored. Mark Wahlberg is not scored either. Michael Jordan, the points leader, the defending winner from Estoril, made a great pass on the last lap to secure himself a victory at the show of shows at Estoril, not the show of shows, but the fact. He currently sits in the points lead with 935 points. He may be I think he's going to be the first driver to break 1,000 points this season. He is 68 points ahead of second place Steve Harvey, who had the points lead entering Estoril, but a combination of Michael Jordan's win and a poor finish around 17th or 18th only ended him up with, he only ended up with, what's it called? He only ended up with, only ended up falling farther. One behind him is the other side of this not blockbuster deal, but incredible deal, which was made mid-race. Adam Sandler. He currently sits 14th in points with 500. He's actually tied for 14th in points behind Kanye West, who is in this race. He may be in this race. I've forgotten. But many laps into this race, 8 laps complete. We are on lap 9, and still only one driver has come down pit road. We'll put the map up as well. You can see what the track looks like on the right side. Looks like a big boy flexing. Looks like Patrick Starr flexing. I just really thought of that. Adam Sandler sits 14th in points with 542, tied with Kanye West. Not bad for him. Now that he's in the 55 car this season, for the rest of the season, we'll see how he does in maybe better, maybe not better equipment. Lance Armstrong is your Rookie of the Year leader, currently sitting 4th in points with 719, about 50 under 44 points under Sammy the Seal, but 3 points over Darren McNamara. He's had a surprising season. He's yet to win a race, but he's had many top 5, top 3 finishes. So, looking at it, it's pretty up and up for the Rookie of the Year leader. Next is your Rockstar Energy 500, or Rockstar 500 winner, Judge Judy. She sits 8th in points. She's been able to hold on to the top 10 in points very well, despite having a poor stretch of runs. A stretch of 4 runs, I guess, is However, she is definitely under pressure now from Jerry Seinfeld and Elton John. It'll be good. It'll be interesting to see if she's able to hold on to her point position as Mark Wahlberg now comes down on lap 10. Behind Judge Judy is Stevie Wonder, who has not scored, but it doesn't matter because he's probably only got about 6 points. Otis has not scored, but he does have a win at Willow Springs. He's not having a bad season. Peter Sellers has had an incredible resurgence mid-season, starting about when we got back racing around Willow Springs. You know, first 4 races, he was almost like the meme of the community, like, oh man. I won't finish last as long as my name ain't, you know, it was kind of like a I won't finish last as long as my name ain't Peter Sellers kind of thing. He was always in the back or not qualifying. Then he's only had like top 10s since we really got back racing after the winter break. Behind him is Matt Damon, who sits 7th in points after a stretch of great runs all season, really. He's had a great season. A lack of attendance at Estoril set him back maybe a spot or 2. Had he finished well, he may be up somewhere around 5th in points. Whatever, he's 7th now. And it doesn't matter, we're going to just do the rest of it. We'll just do a couple more drivers. We'll just end it here with Johnny Depp. Depp currently sits 19th in points, 494 points. I want to go back to the lead now as drivers down pit road. Looks like Bruce Springsteen and Ellen maybe are 2 of them. Or is that? Oh, it's Bruce Springsteen and I can't tell. Bruce Springsteen, Jesus, John Cena, Meryl Streep are also in. Now let's use onboards to find out who every driver is. John Cena, Ellen, Jesus, Meryl Streep, and Bruce Springsteen are down pit road. Field thinning out a touch here as the drivers come down pit road here. More drivers, now 23 drivers have yet to come down pit road rather than the 29 that it was for a portion of this race. 22 laps on set for today. 10 have been completed, about 11 soon. Harrison looked for a possible dive there. I don't know if that was a dive attempt or what. But now it is, take a look at the onboards, Stevie Wonder and Mick Jagger down pit road. Around turn 3 now. Sammy the Seal, for many times this season, is out front. He's already won 2 races, was the first driver in a long time to win back-to-back, in the Cup Series at least. I think the last time that happened was probably maybe season 5 or season 4. It's It's been some time. It's been a long time since someone did something, what Sammy the Seal did, really, and Sammy the Seal has had an up and down career. He started okay. Oh, in season 1, okay. People say Ian Harrison is a vet. Sammy the Seal is a fucking vet. As Ian Harrison and Barack Obama now come down, Sammy the Seal is a veteran. He has been here every single race in the Cup Series. Every single Cup Series race, he has been here. Well, every Cup Series race besides the ones he DNQ'd, but those don't count. He's been on the roster since day one. In the first season, he had a ride in the 9 car, but he was fired because he wasn't doing good enough. Then the 40 car opened up, and he went and won in that car. He went and showed the 9 team what he did. And then after that, until about season 7, he mulled around the midfield and the backfield. He didn't have many strong seasons. He didn't really have many strong races at all. He had a couple of decent performances at in seasons 4 and 5, maybe getting a mention. But otherwise, he was pretty empty. Pretty big bucket of nothing from Sammy the Seal, and then he got a ride with Ian Harrison Incorporated. Oh shit. Second place at the Rockstar 500. Wasn't able to get crashed out of Indianapolis, but that wasn't his fault, and he was starting in the back anyways. Then went down and won at Spa-Francorchamps. Then went and won down at Watkins Glen. Hasn't done too much from there besides spinning out the next race at Willow Spring, but here he is, out front, championship contender. And that is really it's not hard to say, but it's almost hard to say, as your virtual leader here is Ian Harrison. Virtual second is Ellen, so a good run for Ellen. As 2 drivers come down pit road. Let's wait for them to kind of group together here so I can find out who they are. It is Judge Judy and Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog most likely in his last season. He hasn't confirmed his retirement, but it's becoming imminent that in his 6th season, he's not really what he used to be. Well, he didn't used to be. He used to not be very good either, but, he's not, it's his 6th season in the series, and he hasn't had a very fruitful career. His first 2 wins were came last season at the end of the season at Austria and Imola, respectively. So he hasn't had a very good career. But if he can cap it off with a team that can definitely win this 47 car. 47 car can definitely win races. He can absolutely go out there and do something strong with that car. It was out front a lot in last season. It won a race with LeBron James on the wheel, which is something. I think Kermit's got a good ways to go, and if, he could stay to next season, and we could have a stellar retirement class next season. If Ian Harrison also decides to retire at the end of next season, which he's claimed he might, as we've got 3 drivers coming down: Sammy the Seal, LeBron James, and Milo all pitting. Hands David Beckham the lead. Joyce Sinfield second. I wonder if Milo may be getting told right now that he's been traded. Let's see what he's got. Let's see here. Doesn't look like anyone in particular is telling him, which I can't blame them for. I don't know what he'd do. and they are not going to let him out. Maybe they're telling him now. Why is he not going? This makes no sense. Why is he not going? Has he just quat? I think Milo's just quat. Yeah, Milo just quit. Milo's quit mid-race. Oh, he's going now. But anyways, let's take a look at the virtual lead, which is no longer in the hands of Sammy the Seal. Where did he line up at? He ended up way in the back, 6th, 7th. It looks like he might stay there through the pack now. Back of the pack, which is now the front. Jerry Seinfeld. Lots of drivers, actually. Jesus Christ, half the field just came down. Pretty much the entire field didn't pit before. Seinfeld, Otis, Sellers, Damon, Liam McNamara, John F. Kennedy, and Johnny Depp all have just been closed. As that leaves just 5 cars yet to make a pit stop here with just a few laps to go. It's actually much rather take a look at the actual battle, at the battle for the eventual when the race is over lead. So Ian Harrison, your leader. Ellen, 2nd place. You know, Ellen's got a pretty much unsalvageable season. Nothing she can do about this season. I doubt even a good stretch of win. I doubt even dominating this season. You know, if she wins 5 races through the end of the season, that's still not even going to be close to enough to get her a win, or to get her even into contention, let alone straight into the championship. As now 2 drivers have yet to make it down pit road. They are Michael Jordan and Jimmy Fallon. Jordan trying to make another pit stop strategy that gets him another win. As he's getting greedy now. he's got 2 wins already. He's probably most likely getting to 1,000 points after this race. Doing the math, well. He's got to get 65 points this race to break 1,000, which means he'd have to finish top 13. He'd have to finish 13th or better. He'd have to finish at least 13th to break the 1,000-point barrier. If he finishes 13th exactly, he'll be at 1,002. Big math. As he stays out, and Fallon comes down, so definitely Jordan trying to play a tough game here. 5 laps to go here at the 2019 Nurrscurr Tops 500 from Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Only 5 laps left. That's amazing. We've come so far in such a short time. Reminder, over the weekend, legitimately, over the weekend, the Nurrscurr Coca-Cola Cup Series, the best of the best, will take to the track at Texas Motor Speedway for the Nurrscurr All-Star Race. This is going to be a stage race. 3 stages of 25 and 1 stage of 45. It's going to be a great race. It's going to be amazing. We're gonna have a great time doing it. You know? Good shit, you know. And now we're gonna be seeing if the driver of the 38, Michael Jordan, will pit this time around. I presume he will. Does he get to 100 miles an hour? No, doesn't get to 100 miles an hour. I didn't think he could. Physics and stuff, you know. We'll see how much he's really gunning it out of the corner. He will go another lap. He will go until we now have 4 laps remaining. As the battle for the win is now just 3 cars. Four laps to go for Ian Harrison, Ellen, and Barack Obama. However, Barack Obama is actually starting to fall away from this pack. Yeah, he's falling away from this pack. It is a 2-car duel to the finish. 2 drivers who are at the rock bottom of the point standings, 28th and 30th, or 27th and 30th respectively for the top 2 drivers here. It may be, it might as well be game for these two. Almost, I would say, unsalvageable seasons, unless they just dominate through the rest of the year. It's a pretty well-given fact that they are not really going to make it very far up the point standings. Will Michael Jordan pit this time? He damn well better. He is. Okay. Jordan down pit road. Just a few corners to go. Ian Harrison looks to be setting a bit of a gap here. Back to second. We'll see if that affects the way he sits. See if the gap actually grows. Out of just that kind of small. Small mini gap there. Coming to 3 laps to go for Ian Harrison. Like I said at the top of the race, he said to me last night, if I don't get if my performances don't pick up by in the next 3 races, I'm going to request a trade. There it is. Here you have it. Trade might not be requested. Out of turn 4 and down this down the straight section, not really straight section, but straight section, into turn 5, 6, and 7. It just keeps getting better, doesn't it? And Ellen is maybe there. Maybe there, maybe not, but... Oh, she's definitely closing the gap. Peak slow, but not enough to actually get a nose in there or anything. Remember, we come to a close in this race. Remember this race last season, about 1 year ago. Ian Harrison, or not Ian Harrison's team owner, Darren McNamara, won this race with a bump and run on Jerry Seinfeld, his now employee. This full trifecta will now want to, as a look to the inside, oh man, we got a battle for the lead here. As with 2 laps to go, Ellen is taking the lead. From 30th in points to victory lane, can it be? I mean, Larry the Cable Guy did it 2 weeks ago, but yeah. From 30th in points to victory lane, is it gonna happen? Can Harrison get her back? Maybe into turn 1, maybe into turn 7, maybe into turn 3, maybe with the bump and run out of turn 3 like his employer did, like his team owner did just 1 year ago. Down the straightaway now. Ellen pulling away. The gap closes down as they enter the braking zone. Turn 7. 1, 2, 3. Turn 8. I'm sorry. Turn 8, actually. Coming to the white flag for Ellen. The prophecy may be foretold and fulfilled, not fulfilled. As now, I think there might have been a bobble from the 22 car. He is long gone. 1 lap to go. Can Ellen win? It looks like it may be possible for the 2 car to pull away more and win this race. Now Harrison is pretty much right there. Harrison's made it back up in the first 3 corners. Down to the inside, not enough move for a bump and run. Turn 4, not enough for Harrison to make a move. Maybe he'll do it in turn 8. Turn 8 is most likely his last chance at doing it. There's no chance for Harrison to make this move. Unless he does a drastic move, which he tries, and it's not enough. Unbelievable story here. Three corners to go. This corner, a chicane, and the final turn. And she's done it. Out of turn 4. Out of turn 15, maybe. Ellen DeGeneres from 30th in points. Can't even break 200. She wins at Catalunya. Incredible race. Ian Harrison 2nd. Barack Obama 3rd. Mark Wahlberg 4th. John Cena 5th. 6th goes to Kermit the Frog. 7th goes to Sam of the Seal, who had a great race. 8th goes to Brad Pitt. 9th goes to Judge Judy. 10th goes to George Costanza, another great run. 11th goes to another great run from Peter Sellers. 12th goes to Meryl Streep. 13th to Jerry Seinfeld. 14th to Mick Jagger. 15th going to David Beckham. '16th, Bruce Springsteen. 17th is Adam Sandler, who will be making his way to Jake the Goldfish Motorsports after this race. 18th is Lance Armstrong. 19th is Otis. 20th, LeBron James. 21st, Milo, after having a promising first half of this race. Pit stops turned it into a poor race. 22nd, Stevie Wonder. 23rd, Liam McEnroe. 24th, Matt Damon. 25th is Michael Jordan. He will not be breaking 1,000 points this race. 26th is John F. Kennedy. 27th is Will Smith. 28th, Jimmy Fallon. 29th is Jesus after second place last week. And last but not least is Johnny Depp. We'll be skipping to the end of the race here. We'll get a little result in whatnot. And we'll be cutting this stream. As always, that'll do it for. I've ruined the outro. That'll do it from Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, here in Spain. Thank you for coming around, as always. See you next time. And as always, ciao, ciao, real smooth.